Hi guys, and welcome back to Leslie Through the Looking Glass. For those of you that are new here, hi, hello. My name is Leslie. I'm so happy to have you here. For my returning viewers, as always, thank you so much for your continued support. All right, guys, today is Mental Health Monday. We are still in May, which is Mental Health Month. I have a couple little housekeeping things I want to touch on right at the beginning of this video, and then I'll get into today and what I wanted to talk about. First, I would just like to give a quick shout out to my friend Nicholas over at the Disney Merts. If you do not follow him, he is doing a massive give back giveaway on his channel. I'm not exactly sure. I think there's a few days left, maybe a week. I'm not exactly sure on that. But it is to help raise money for a fellow Disney YouTuber, Fran over at Fantastic Pins, who is also amazing. Her family recently lost a loved one, and it was very unexpected, and they are scrambling now to deal with all of that. So he is doing a giveaway over there to help benefit her and her family. And I just love seeing how many members of that community are rallying around Fran and being there and showing their support. So even if you're not in the place to donate, consider checking out his video and leaving a message for the family, just to let them know you're thinking about them if you know them. And I just wanted to promote that really quick because I think it's awesome what he is doing. I will link both Disney Merts and Fantastic Pins down below in case you want to check out their channels, or if you don't already follow them. I'm assuming most of you who follow my Disney stuff though follow at least one, if not both of them. And then the second thing I wanted to mention is that I am still going to be doing my small shop Wednesdays for probably once we even get out of May, but I will have a small shop themed giveaway coming for you guys a week from Wednesday. That's the only teaser I'm going to give you, but I wanted to give everybody a heads up that that video is coming because it will probably only be up for a week. So that way my watchers will know. If you don't follow me on Instagram, pop over there and follow me as well, because there will be a bonus entry there. And I think that is it on the housekeeping stuff. I don't have a ton. This last week has been pretty okay for me. Work was crazy, but good. Home life was pretty good. No complaints there. Few mild tantrums here and there, but with a 2-year-old, yeah, it's just normal life. So all in all, my anxiety has been kept pretty in check. As always, I have my moments, but it is interesting to me. One of the things that I was going to touch on in this talk was how I mentioned a few videos back some things that people with anxiety do to feel like control or comfort. And one of them is watching shows that they've seen a bunch of times that they, just repeatedly watch. And I catch myself doing that. The more anxious I am, the more I feel compelled to watch Netflix on my phone while I'm doing dishes, and I watch Gilmore Girls from the 100th time, that kind of thing, or watch an episode of Friends before bed because I know it by heart and it just gives me a sense of comfort. And it's so interesting to me because I was thinking about it recently because an article on Instagram or a thing on Instagram popped up going through all the some of the signs of anxiety and what people do, and that was one of them. And like I said, I've read it before, but I was thinking about it in a different light because I've noticed when I get more stressed or more anxious, I watch Netflix on my phone a lot more versus YouTube videos while I'm cleaning or whatever. I'm putting on Gilmore Girls. It gives me that sense of comfort and control. I know what's happening and I love it, and it just, it's interesting. But when I was thinking about it, I've been doing this forever, since I was young, maybe just out of high school. So I'm now wondering if part of the reason that I do it so often is because it is a source of comfort and familiarity because I've done this my whole life, or have I been doing this all my whole life because I started having anxiety then and I just didn't know. So it's just kind of interesting and something that I've really like, it stands out now that I've read that article and talked about it in therapy a little bit and stuff. And I definitely think that it's a coping mechanism, just like spending more time in social media, stuff like that. And when I see myself doing it, I realize that's like one of the first warning signs in my brain, like little red flag, like, hey, things are starting to get a little intense. You need to get a grip on your anxiety and reel it back in. So in a way, it's kind of nice that I know what my go-to default like coping mechanisms are, and that I'm starting to get to the point where I'm aware of it and able to like use that to my benefit. And I would really love to know, because like I said, it's just something that I've been seeing more of recently. I'm really just like, things are kind of clicking. Do any of you have these kind of like little flags that pop up where you realize like, oh, this is one of my warning signs, like to refocus and get back on track? Because I just don't know if it's just me or if I'm like wishful thinking that I have more of a sense of control over this than I do. I don't know. But I'd be curious to know if anybody else feels that way. And then the only other thing today, guys, like I said, I don't have a ton, but I just wanted to, I was asked a question that I want to share an answer to, and then just kind of, I'm afraid it's going to turn into a mini rant, but I just want to, I feel like it's important to share this, and to give my experience so that somebody who maybe isn't as confident with what they're doing, if that makes sense. Oh, sorry guys, I bumped the table and it knocked my camera around. I'll tell you the story and then we'll go from there. Sorry, this is kind of, I just don't want anybody to take this the wrong way, but one of the questions I got asked a week or two ago was how my YouTube journey specifically started. On this channel, I have shared extensively like what caused my anxiety to be diagnosed, how I got help, why I got help, that kind of thing. But I've never gone into detail as to how that like correlated to starting my YouTube channel and why I'm doing it and stuff like that. So I thought that was a great question, and during Mental Health Month, I thought it was really important to address that. I thought it would be a good thing to share. I started leaning heavily on Disney YouTube videos when I was struggling. I loved watching the unboxings and the park content and the pin mail and pin trades and all of that. Like, I just really thoroughly enjoyed it. Disney has always been a huge part of my life. It is one of my favorite things. I love, all of that. So I got really involved in the Disney community and started making friends through YouTube and Instagram with it. And the more I watched, the more I loved what I saw and wanted to be part of that community as more than just a subscriber. That being said, I didn't want to be another channel that just unboxed fun things and called it a day. I had been wanting an outlet for my mental health. I wanted to potentially be somebody that could be a voice and try to help make a change. And so I thought YouTube was a perfect platform for me. I thought it'd be a great way to share my story and have some fun while doing it. And that's exactly what it has done for me. I love sharing my life with you guys. Don't get me wrong, there are videos that are super emotionally draining for me. There are emotional moments where I cry, where it's so hard to talk about that I wonder if I should be doing it. But then I've also felt that those moments that are so hard to talk about, there's a reason they're hard to talk about. And if they're hard for me to talk about, and I'm pretty open and honest with everybody about all of my stuff, then imagine how hard it is for somebody who doesn't have a support system or doesn't know that this is okay or feels like they're alone. Like, I need to share that. I feel compelled to have my story out there so that maybe somebody else feels less isolated, less alone, can reach out and know that somebody gets it. And that is what my goal behind the mental health has always been to do. I'm no expert by any means. I don't have all the answers. I am still openly struggling. I share the struggles with you guys on a regular basis. but I also have my good days, and I love coming on here and laughing and sharing. I love getting feedback from people who have such positive things to say. I love people sharing their stories with me. I love that they feel like they can. Um, the more I hear feedback, the more I feel like I'm doing the right thing and that I am, helping be a voice for this community and helping raise this awareness that mental health is a huge issue amongst so many people, and yet it's swept under the rug. It's not talked about. It always has this like negative stigma attached to it, that kind of thing. So that is why I started this channel, and that will always be the driving force behind this channel. I am sure I'm not going to say that my channel will never like change, morph into something else, temporarily come back. Who knows, life is crazy, and I just, I can't guarantee, but mental health will always be a huge part of this channel in any direction I take it. And I added the Disney because I love it and it's fun and it gives me a bright spot in the day when I get to unbox something. It is a fun way for me to bond with my daughter. There's just so many benefits to that. I love collecting Disney. I love opening Disney. I love sharing Disney with other Disney supporters. It's fun. And that's always going to be part of my channel as well. And I want people to know that whatever they choose to do, however they choose to do it, just be true to yourself, be authentic, and your channel will do well. Whether you have 5 subscribers who follow you and appreciate you, or 1,000 subscribers who appreciate you, like, it doesn't matter. As long as you're true to yourself and having a good time, and that's what counts. This makes me feel like I have a little bit of a voice that helps somebody else. And to me, that it means more than anything. If I helped one person and that's the only person that subscribed to my videos, it would be 100% worth it to me. I'm lucky that my channel is growing, and I'm not going to lie and act like I'm not excited to hit milestones and I don't want to share that excitement with you guys, because of course it's amazing when you hit those goals, and I love it. I love seeing my little channel grow. It makes me feel like people do appreciate what I'm doing. And the reason I wanted to share that question and answer with you guys, and just be like a little reminder for people who are just starting out or have been doing this and have felt pressure. I had somebody reach out to me that I don't personally know, is not somebody that I, have had conversations with or asked questions to or anything like that, and suggest that if I focused on Disney content, that my YouTube channel would grow as well, like as good as my Instagram is growing. Which I truly believe this person. I am not like slamming them. I think they were coming from a good place, but that's not what it's about. And I want to make sure that my subscribers know that I'm always going to be authentic to what my goals are and what I'm wanting to do. Whether those change over time, I have no idea. But mental health will always have been the reason I started this channel, and it will always be in some form something on my channel. If you think it is too depressing or too sad, or there's videos you can't watch, I understand, and I will never fault somebody for not being able to watch that segment or not wanting to watch that. I don't care. That's okay. There are people that do want to watch it, and that's amazing. I appreciate all of my subscribers, all of the people that aren't subscribed that come in and check me out, whatever it may be. I appreciate everybody so much, whether they're here for the mental health, whether they're here for Disney, whether you're here for both. Like, I get it. And my channel is not for everybody. There are people who probably just cannot stand any of it, and that's fine too, that don't like my voice, don't like my personality, don't like whatever. And I get it. I don't want anybody to think that I think everybody should watch my channel because it's the greatest. No. But I think it does serve a purpose, and I want to help be a voice. And it just kind of, not that it hurt my feeling, well, maybe kind of it hurt my feelings that somebody couldn't see that, although maybe they don't appreciate both sides of my channel, that they felt the need to be like, oh, that's kind of a downer, and if you took that off your channel, you'd get way more subscribers. Well, maybe I would. Who knows? But again, I don't want anybody to get discouraged if somebody is, not understanding what you're doing. I don't want anybody to think that you know, I don't know if that makes sense. It was something I felt the need to share because I just have to stay authentic to me and my channel. And I hate that I let something that wasn't even necessarily meant as a negative statement like get the best of me for a day or two and hurt my feelings. If my channel is meant to grow, it will grow the way that I'm doing it. And I think that a lot of people watching these videos appreciate authenticity and people being real and sharing their real life and not just the big smiles, fake Disney, send me all the Disney stuff. But yeah, so that's really all I have today, guys. Sorry if that turned into a little bit of an event, but I just want people to know how important this part of my channel is. And this is why I started doing this. Disney is a fun thing that I love to share with you guys as well. But this is always what it was about for me and why I started it. So I appreciate you all so much for hanging in there this whole video with me and listening to what I had to say today. If you are interested in more content like this on Mental Health Mondays or Disney content that is on Saturdays, please consider hitting the subscribe button down below. If you hit the bell notification, it will alert you every time I post new content. And like I said earlier in this video, I'd love to know if any of you have like little flags that show you when you're starting to struggle like I do with my TV shows. Or is that something you see yourself doing too, where you watch like the same shows over and over and it gives you that like source of comfort? Just really curious, because I never would have linked that to anxiety prior to reading about it. All right, guys, I will be back Wednesday with another Small Shop Wednesday. And then a week from Wednesday, I will be featuring another small shop and doing a small shop giveaway. So keep your eyes open for that. I'm really excited. And I have a few more fun surprises up my sleeve this month. So I will see you guys Saturday with a Mickey Loot unboxing. And then Monday, I'll be back with another mental health video. All right, guys, have a great week. Talk to you later. Bye.